camera. Let a motherfucker tell you who they is. Put their ID up. Let a motherfucker tell you where they at because any given Sunday, right, when a motherfucker want to go bad, they can extort you or cover the accusation.
Man, that shit is crazy, man.
It's
That's why I
crazy.
say motherfuckers gonna be out there laughing and make comedian jokes and doing all that other shit on the radio and everything else, but they ass could be next. You know?
Yeah.
Nigga, next.
And make comedian jokes and doing all that other shit on the radio and everything else, but they ass could be next. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What's so
Yeah,
fucked
that's
up
real
about it? It's so
shit.
stupid. It's so stupid they don't even realize the move that's going on. I mean, it's
Yeah,
crazy, man.
real
I mean,
shit.
that's why I don't believe none of it.
I
Tell me
told him
about
straight
Bubby.
up, bro.
You can tell me about anybody now. You can tell me on the news the weather is the sky is blue. I'm not gonna believe the shit, no, because I'm in it
Listen,
now. I know what they think.
yeah, like, listen, I told when it first started
On the news the weather is the sky is blue. I'm not gonna believe the shit, no, because I'm in it
listen,
now. I know what they think.
yeah, like, listen, I told when it first started with Cassie, I said, yo, nigga, this is stick up move. All the about that nigga, I just came out and said, hey, listen, these my sexual preferences. Yes, I'm bi or whatever the fuck, and these
Right.
motherfuckers been trying to extort me, and I'm tired of it. They know that I'm in the music industry and boom, boom, boom. Nigga, they
Yeah.
would have ate her up and
Yeah.
still, but now they're using that against me. But now
Yeah.
it's getting to a point to where, it's getting to a point to where it's like, nigga, you gonna have to say something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
He
they
not,
take
but
a motherfucker down.
he ain't fleed though. Long, you know, he
Nah,
ain't
he
fleed.
ain't. Nah, he ain't. They didn't raid it. They ran up in his crib, but
Yeah, I saw
the
that.
crazy. This how you know it's weak. Usually when they run up in a nigga house, they coming to get you too.
Yeah.
They looking, they still searching and looking. Like that nigga ain't on the run or that. They ain't telling him to come turn himself in or no shit like that. They grounded his plane because they seen him moving. He wasn't even on the plane. They wanted to make sure he wasn't because they probably didn't restricted his passport and shit as of yet, as of now. But yeah, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, but that's
I
how it
hope,
all started, though. Right? You understand? It starts
no, I
with all
know.
that. Then it
No, I
eventually
know.
gets to all that because they don't, it's crazy, man.
I know, but see,
It
they
is
know
crazy,
fucking
but
with him. He got some money, so they know they got to come right. They know if they come half stepping, he do got the money to fight. So they ain't finna. They ain't gonna. Well, I do know this: if they do put him in cuffs, they only put him in cuffs because they got a definite. They got something at that point. So sit
well,
back and watch this shit.
that ain't even necessarily true right there.
What they feel like they got
This
enough.
call is from the
They
federal
got enough.
prison.
They want
They
you if they want to plan to get you, or if it's
And you hear Kel Whack say, Whack 100 say, if they put cuffs on you, that mean they got you. Kel say that ain't necessarily true.
Let's hear the truth. That
You know
ain't,
what I'm
that
saying?
ain't, hey.
What Kel said earlier there, he say, I'm in it. I'm in it.
I'm
So I'm
in
speaking
it.
from experience. We heard Kim Fox say they wasn't even investigating this man. There have been no police reports against this man, and he was put in handcuffs with no charges.
I tried to told you, bro.
Yes, Lord.
This is conspiracy, anything. They put you in cuffs, bro.
No, that's real. And I've been telling people, I've been preaching. I said, yo, one thing already taught me, what I didn't know, is we going off this state shit. Nigga, the law of the land when it comes to the feds is 18 across the board. You niggas in Jersey with the 16, Nevada and Atlanta, that's the state. But if the feds want to come in and pick it up, ain't nothing the state can do to help you or save you. You can't say what a state, the law of the land.
And you hear how, and you see how, and I'm gonna help y'all understand. And shout out to Jennifer Bonjean because she made this point during the brief. The state law age of consent is 17, 16, whatever. But once you record someone, it becomes federal. So this is why they want to go out there saying these people like R. Kelly and Puff Daddy and others are recording these acts. So therefore, the age of consent would have to be 18.
Let's be clear. And you trying to tell me that every black artist is a fucking idiot? Because after what happened to R. Kelly, after the 100 devices, and after the planting of the video camera, and all this bullshit that they did to this man, that Puffy was gonna keep some tapes? Shit. Stop.
No, ain't nothing enough.
Stop it. Fuck out of here.
No, Styles by Meek. The thing what he's saying he learned from our cases that the age of consent part is what he said. You know, what I've learned from our case, what our case have taught me is the age of consent, you know, and different things like that. And he did say, well, to his understanding, and you hear that a lot with people saying, well, the feds ain't coming unless they got something.
Yeah, whether it be true or false.
You hear that a lot of people, there's a lot of people argument when you hear them talk about the feds. The feds ain't coming unless they got a case. But all of us that's here and people that support Kels and been supporting Kels, we know that these people came and got him before they even had a case.
Yep.
But at the same time, they had people cooperating with them.
Yep.
They had already had people going. They had already had people giving statements against R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's really true. I mean, they steady made sure, they really locked R. Kelly up to build a case.
That's what they did.
They locked him up, and that's why they was tapping phone lines and having officers go through his shit. They had nothing, and they literally locked him up so that they could try to do everything they could, including flipping his girlfriends. They wanted him out the picture so they could get, so they could literally,
so they can go in and entice, coerce, threaten different people. If they don't do this, if they don't do that, I got this on you, I got that on you,
And if you think about it hard, what it is, and what it is actually like a bait and switch. Like they literally accuse the person of doing exactly what they're doing while they're doing it.
Exactly. Because we know they say they interviewed over 250 people dealing with the R. Kelly case. Why haven't we heard, or why don't we know these 250 people that they interviewed? Grand jury interview.
Right.
We learned who the enterprise was. See, we were saying in New York, one man can't be no Rico. We've been saying that in New York, that one man can't be a Rico. But then you just heard in the brief that the people that they considered to be a part of the RICO was Demetrius Smith, Diana Copeland, Cheryl Mack, this Anthony Navarro guy, Alizette and Lizette, those twin sisters. It was one other guy that was a runner, and then you have now that ain't even 10 people. You still got 200. You still got 240 other people who gave statements against the man.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I don't think Kel's case and I don't think R. Kelly case and Diddy case is the same. I don't think that they are. But you know, one thing that Jennifer Bunjean said during that brief is that, you know, the age of consent in Chicago is 17. Now, when you record somebody, federal, you have to be 18. Federal law, when you record someone, you have to be they have to be 18 years of age.
But you know, I agree. I agree with what Meek's saying. It's definitely different and a whole lot more horrible and horrendous. But you know they got to double down. You know they got to make it. You know they got to make it as salacious as possible. You know, right. The doggone well they got to say some shit where you be like, "Oh my God, he did what the what?"
And then you gotta look at it too, Derek. Why we ain't seen if the shit was similar, if it was really similarities like the government is portraying, don't you think Lifetime would have been done to survive and did it?
I'm trying to tell you.
See, they can't never get people like us to say that these cases are the same. Only thing you hear is the same is the charge of sex trafficking. You didn't hear nothing about no damn dope in R. Kelly case having dope runners. You heard a parent, you know what I'm saying, talk about some. You heard a victim talk about her daddy and R. Kelly was making a deal with some drugs, but they got Diddy shit so crazy, man. They talking about his girlfriends trafficking drugs. The goddamn one dude, the white boy got caught with drugs. You know, all type of salacious ass shit, man. But this is what they do to inflame the hearts of the public. Now they coming. This is what they doing, and we're gonna get back to the video. They building cases on people around Diddy, and they gonna they gonna threaten them with jail time. But if they cooperate and point Diddy as the head of operations, then they gonna get away just like we saw in Kel's case. This is why federal is so important, because hearsay is evidence. They want these people that was around Diddy, whether they participated in anything or not, they gonna put the squeeze on them people and threaten them with jail time and force them to give statements against Diddy.
Man, in real life, that's what's gonna happen.
Now, if you go to a party one time and you feel uncomfortable, you got to make this make sense. Derek having a party, I come to your party. I have a drink at your party, Derek. Now I feel uncomfortable. And I know I was feeling good until you gave me a drink and I'm feeling fucked up. But as soon as you have a party next Friday, I'm right back at that motherfucker. Come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You got to make this make sense.
That's being a victim. You only can be a victim once. And after that, you a volunteer.
You see what I'm saying? They say this man held 300 parties, and these people are attending all the parties. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't want to throw one person under the bus while I'm saying free chaos. What I want to do, I want to see the facts laid out. I want to see everything put out. You know. And even in our Kelly case, we had to wait fucking 5 years just to get an officer name.
On another level, boy.
We had to wait 5 years to get an officer name who violated this man's constitutional rights.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell, man.
I agree. Come on, let's go on. What up, Unc, man? I'm finna come on in, Unc, and introduce yourself, say what you're gonna say, and we're gonna get on finish this audio up. What's up with it? I see you say you was in the rail, y'all. What's good?
Yeah, I had to step out. Good evening, everybody in the chat. Blessings for Broke Talk. What up? I'm gonna be popping in and out, but when I don't respond, I'm just, popping in and out. But for right now, I'm good. So blessings to everybody's household that's represented in the chat family.
I mean, if the chat family, if y'all liking the live so far, put in the chat, keep it coming. Let's stay entertained. Keep it coming.
Federally is 18. I said, I didn't even know that. Or you niggas in Jersey with the 16, Nevada and Atlanta, that's the state. But if the feds want to come in and pick it up, ain't nothing the state can do to help you or save you. You can't say what a state. Yep, the law of the land federally is 18. I said, I didn't even know that until, I thought, whatever the state said, that's what it was. Shit. Which is crazy. Like, it's crazy. I don't know why the federal law don't force state law to be 18 across the board.
You know why? You know why that? You know why the federal law don't force the state law to be 18 across the board? Because they want to keep on locking up 15, 16-year-old innocent. If I ain't gonna say innocent, they want to keep locking up children and charging them as adults at 14, 15, and 16 years old.
Right.
That's why the feds don't want to change it to 18, because if the feds change the law age of consent to 18 years old, that means if a kid commit a crime at 15 and 16, depending on the crime, he won't even get no time. But now they changed the law. They changed the age of consent in certain states to 16 and 17 based on the crime rate. So if a 16 or a 15, 16-year-old commit a crime, they can charge them as an adult instead of them going to a juvenile jail. They going to a man's prison.
Right.
That age of consent is all about prison incarceration.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That shit is a trap. That shit, that different age, when you go to places like Oklahoma, with the age of 16, Louisiana 17, different places, 15, that shit ain't nothing but a trap. Then they found, I followed the Innocence Project. They found it was unconstitutional to lock up a 15 to 16-year-old child and sentence them to life in prison when they don't even have the capacity to do certain things, according to studies.
Right.
But they changed these laws they changed the law to do just that. Even in my hometown where I was growing up in Louisiana, we used to fight all the time as kids. We used to fight when we was 15, 16 in high school, middle school, high school. We used to fight all the time. But then they got so tired of us fighting, they say, well, they changed the age of they changed the age of consent to 17. So because now at 17, if you fighting, instead of you getting fined and sent home, they taking your ass to jail for 72 hours with no bond. So a lot of us, I'm from a small town, so when the beef was on, we beef from middle school all the way up until 11th grade. When kids start hitting 16 to 17 and start going to jail, that shit slowed down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But before they changed that in like 2006, 2005, man, it was so much fighting going on around that little town because, the kids weren't getting in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Your mama started having to pay that fine. Then you got to sit in jail for 72 hours. Shit, that shit slow down real quick. Let's go with it, man.
It's crazy.
Crazy
shit. Your shit been in the headlines. So you got action at getting back in on the field.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of stuff going on in my area, man. That this got to be addressed, whether it's appeal or whatever. I'm walking out of here, man. I believe that.
Yeah. No, I think you got action like a motherfucker. You got action, especially understanding it. I understand your situation. I'm like, yo, you got a motherfucker. I said, this is like you got motherfuckers tricking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers tricking. You got motherfuckers tricking motherfuckers. The parents and all.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You know what I mean? So
it's crazy. It's crazy, man. And it's exposed, so that's the difference. It ain't like it's not proof of it. It's on paper. It's everything. It's like crazy, man. The stuff we've been finding out, man, is ridiculous.
When you going? So what's the next step with your shit? When you going?
Well, now the case is open. The lawyer he had to give up the BOP officer's name that did it. They had to do that. Everybody gets subpoenaed now.
Gotcha. Well, shit.
Everybody got to get posed now.
Listen, man.
On what they did.
I will tell you this.
All right, there you go.
It didn't. It was you knew something. Yo, man, tell that nigga Whack I need to holler at him because it didn't take long for me to get that crazy motherfucker over there running her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it didn't take long, my nigga. So I was shit. Whatever I could do to help, because if a motherfucker is falsely accused, then they need to know that.
Well, at this point, everybody needs to start just using common sense. We didn't go to college to get common sense. Okay, common sense kicks in. It just kicks in. That's something God gave everybody. So at some point, common sense got to kick in. I've given enough. I've said enough. I've shown enough. Now people see it for themselves. So when does common sense kick
in? That's real.
I mean, when does that happen? I mean, what else can I do?
That's real.
What else can you do, man? It ain't like I just sit here and lied on people or said this happened or that happened or people were shown this and be made mad because they were shown illegal this and this, that, and the other. I mean, and then you see it for themselves.
Damn, he ain't lying.
I didn't do a search warrant on them, officer. I can't do a search warrant. You know what I'm saying? So anything that happened. Because it's on paper that it happened. So you can't ignore it. You can't unhappen it.
That ain't even a word.
Even such word is unhappen it. You can't unhappen what happened. You can't unsee what you saw. You can't unhear what you heard. These people are real characters. These people are real characters. They really did do what they did, and they got away with it. And see, now you have to ask who allowed them to get away with it. Who allowed it?
Yo, so it didn't never come up in the court that the parents and everybody told you motherfuckers was a certain age, like they just totally ignored that shit.
Man, obviously, totally.
That's crazy, my nigga.
I was told, and I don't know about the system, but I was told it had nothing to do with it. Really?
It had nothing to do with it that the parents
anytime, put on any other case, anytime there's supposed to be allegedly a minor involved, how can the parents not have nothing to do with it? They don't even show up to court.
I like how Kel quoted that. Anytime it's supposed to be or allegedly a minor involved, the parents have to be there.
Right.
Can I say this real quick before you continue? But anybody in the buses, anybody that has a reservation and still was fuzzy about what his mental state is, what his comprehension is, all you got to do is pay attention and listen to this man. He is not slow.
Not at all.
That's a solid cat, man. That man standing on principles. He's standing on standards and morals. You know what I mean? Everybody have a right to move their life the way they choose to live it. As long as I'm not hurting nobody person, putting nobody in danger, not causing nobody no harm, messing with nobody's money. It's nothing illegal. It's nothing against the law. You don't have a right to come in my house and tell me how to move. But if a person, and I don't want to get into it because I know nephew gonna get into it, you know, our dear brother Uncle Luke so eloquently laid it out. If you're not self-made, and them executives and them people made you, everything you have, looking and breathing and around you, what's fronted to you, when they call for that favor, like that dude told that guy in Belly, you're gonna owe me. I told DMX, you're gonna owe me a favor. He never told him what the favor was. He said, yeah, you're gonna owe me. You know what I mean? That's how this thing works. If that's not what you're willing to do and understand the stuff that you don't understand, that's gonna come with that down the line, then you need to stay up on the ground there. I yield back. Let it breathe. Let it breathe.
Mm-hmm. Anytime there's supposed to be allegedly a minor involved, how can the parents not have nothing to do with it? They don't even show up to court. They never even showed up to court ever. People never even show, parents never even showed up to court.
But you showed communication. You showed your communication with them, though. You showed the communication with the parents and what the parents were saying and what they said.
No, I wasn't allowed to show it.
Whoa, they didn't allow that to do it. Oh, they didn't let that come into the court.
You know when you see the movies, man. When you see movies and in the movies, evidence is denied.
This call is from a federal prison.
You've seen a movie where the evidence is denied, and it's total and it's 100% evident.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a movie like that?
Yeah. No,
so
I've seen
that in the movie,
yeah.
and in that movie, the person is innocent, but the evidence to show that they're innocent, the evidence get denied. Have you ever seen a movie like that?
That's crazy.
But you've seen movies like that, right?
Yeah. We
okay, then.
That.
So I mean, you know,
but
when you're watching a movie,
A Few Good Men, A Time to Kill, a few motherfucking movies.
Just Mercy.
Just Mercy. Yeah.
I mean, it's the list goes on and on, man. Okay.
So they straight deny. So on this appeal, though, the aim is to be able to get all that shit on the table.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole purpose. Yeah. That's the whole purpose, man. Because, you know, I tell you what, man, if any jury would hear what I've spoke on, what my lawyer have spoke on, and what you've seen with this records and shit being stolen and shown to you know, allegedly shown to witnesses. I mean, if a jury had known that, what do you think? What the jury would have said?
No, exactly. It'd have been a total different.
Hey, so now that's common sense.
And they
didn't right there.
They didn't even allow the bullshit that the officer, the jailer did. What they didn't even allow that in there.
All of that happened in 2019. All of that happened in 2019 before I went to trial. So that's before I ever went to trial. But it wasn't told to us until 3 weeks before the verdict. So somebody waited until 3 weeks before the verdict before they even mentioned it. But they knew about it.
3 weeks did happen before the trial, but they didn't tell it to his defense team, him and his defense team, until 3 weeks before the verdict.
Yes, sir.
Is that a legal term for that? When the prosecution is supposed to turn over all the discovery, everything to the defense? That's a term for that, isn't it, Chat family?
Yeah, I put it up yesterday. It's called a Brady violation when the prosecutors withhold exculpatory evidence that can show the defendant could be innocent.
Right. That's crazy. You know, and they did that because, you know, I guess you can't file anything in regards to that. You know, in the middle, you know what I'm saying? I guess they got past that point.
But, you know, I think the lawyer put in try to get it pushed.
She said it was too late. She said it was too late.
Yeah, but it was too late, or Ann Donnelly just denied. This lady literally denied every goddamn motion that these competent lawyers put in. You know, I mean, you mean to tell me these people been to law school all this time and they can't write one motion that's good enough to be granted?
Right. He told me his previous attorney before Ms. Bunzine came along. Right. That person in the chat, the last comment.
She even denied Bunzine motions.
She denied motions and said she didn't even look at them.
Hell yeah.
She's like, I ain't even look at that. You know, whatever. Denied.
Yeah, so we gonna get through this. A little bit left. Kel say he'll never wear gray again when he get out of this motherfucker.
Out in 2019. Because they know if they would have mentioned it in 2019, then what would have happened? Okay, so now that's common sense. That's right there.
They didn't even allow the bullshit that the officer, the jailer did. But they didn't even allow that in there. Huh? All of that happened in 2019. All of that happened in 2019 before I went to trial. So that's before I ever went to trial. But it wasn't told to us until 3 weeks before the verdict. So somebody waited until 3 weeks before the verdict before they even mentioned it. But they knew about it in 2019. Because they knew if they would have mentioned it in 2019, then what would have happened? It was gonna be in trial. It'd have been in the trial. It'd have been in the trial, bro.
Or wouldn't have been no trial.
Yeah, that witness wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been no more. Yeah,
so, you know, like I say, man, follow the comments
for a reason, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta ask shit out before motherfucker read. I hate to say it,
I'm sitting my ass in here, man, and all of this shit didn't happen, and knowing I shouldn't even been going to trial if something like that happens. That's with anybody. The law can't break the law cannot break the law to uphold the law. Stop it.
They can't.
Stop.
They can't.
All the debate, all of the other shit, that stand right there ain't there to negotiate. The law can't break the law to uphold the law. You can't do it. And why would you need to do it if you got somebody there to the right anyway? Stop.
They can't.
All of the debate, all of the other shit, that stand right there ain't there to negotiate. The law can't break the law to uphold the law. You can't do it. And why would you need to do it if you got somebody there to the right anyway, like you claim you do?
Exactly.
Why would you need to? 153 times. Stop playing, man. Stop.
They can't.
All of the debate, all of the other shit, that stand right there ain't there to negotiate. The law can't break the law to uphold the law. You can't do it. And why would you need to do it if you got somebody there to the right anyway, like you claim you do?
Exactly.
Why would you need to? 153 times. Stop playing, man. This is beyond common sense. But it's all good, man. Like I said, I'm being patient, man. I'm a believer.
Nah. Keep your motherfucking head up. Hey, I'm gonna be real. I know niggas don't like to hear it. I know it saved me. Bro, that's 5, 6 I did straight my last run. Getting out and looking back at it, I knew if I would have been on the street, nigga, I'd have been that motherfucker doing a real life sentence. Sometimes shit get in your way, right? To get you right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you stay your ass physically fit, you stay mentally fit, and be ready. So when you step out, you know, you better than when you left. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is still on.
You know I'm making something out of it. I ain't sitting here just, you know what I'm saying, you know I'm making something out of it. You know my character. You know I'm making something out of it. You know, slowly but surely, man.
No, I know this, nigga. I know you know how to fight. But boy, you get out and act like you don't know who I am, I'm coming to find your ass, nigga. We going to jail together. We going to jail.
That come from Wack, right? What Wack just said? I know you know how to fight.
Right. Right.
Well, they said people in jail just hailing R. Kelly, though.
Right.
What Wack say? I know you know how to fight.
Hey, but if I'm coming to find you, dog. You
I know you know how to fight.
I'm gonna keep it all the way a beam, man. You know, Wack is Wack, and Wack is interesting as hell. But I'm telling you, if it hadn't been for that nigga getting Toshkate open up her stupid ass mouth, we wouldn't know who the fuck Officer A was, bro. I promise you. I promise you. That was he got her to just go diarrhea and she shot herself all in the foot, 12 gauge herself.
Yeah, he put
Right
that pressure on her. He even got her. He got her information for Cardi B. You know,
Man.
if it wasn't for Black putting the pressure on us, Cardi B would have never been able to serve her to get that $4 million.
Mm-hmm. he went straight for her pocket. That's the way you kill people. You go for their pocket. And she got to leaking, boy. I'm talking about she vomited up a little too much information, too much intelligence on how she got down. And Jennifer Bonjean was like, "Bet we got him." It was a sting operation, straight up stakeout. And Bonjean had her team over there listening to her lives, listening to everything she said. Crazy.
Let's go.
Out of it, I ain't sitting here just, you know what I'm saying, I'm making something out of it. You know my character. I'm making something out of it. Slowly but surely, man.
No, I know this, nigga. I know you know how to fight. But boy, you get out and act like you don't know who I am, I'm coming to find your ass, nigga. We going to jail together. We going to jail. We're going to tear the whole mall up, nigga. We going to tear the whole studio up. We're going to tear that motherfucker up so much we both going, nigga, for about 4 days.
We're going to tear it up with hits. We're going to tear it up with hits. We're going to tear that mall up with shopping. I'm so tired of this gray outfit. God, I never wear gray in my life. I get out there. It's great, man. God.
Oh, shit. That nigga said, I never wore gray in my life, boy. You crazy.
I swear to God.
Whoa.
But yeah, man, it's all good, man. Just, I'm going to be calling you, man. I've been talking to lawyers, all that kind of stuff, man, going through it, man, trying to make sure that they on their ass, on their own point.
Yeah, stay focused. You got the right attorney. You got the same attorney representing Bill, right? Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the right attorney. And I'll tell you this, she knows what she's looking at, and she ain't into doing no losing. She gave me the impression that if it was what it was, she'd have just told you that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, she would. Trust me. She don't blow no smoke.
She don't blow no smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She told me that, she feeling good about it. We got 20 seconds, man. I'm gonna hit you, boy.
You say she told him she feel good about it.
Oh, no, she would. Trust me. She don't blow no smoke.
That's right, attorney. And I'll tell you this, she knows what she's looking at, and she ain't into doing no losing. She gave me the impression that if it was what it was, she'd have just told you that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, she would. Trust me. She don't blow no smoke. Yeah. She told me this bill, she feeling good about it. We got 20 seconds, man. I'm gonna hit you, boy.
All right. I'm here, bro.
All right. All right.
And there you have it, man. Let's look back over the phone call with Kels and WAC 100 yesterday. As y'all can hear, Kels sound, he's in good spirit. He say he ain't just sitting down, he ain't worrying about a lot of this stuff that's going on out here in the world. He focusing on himself. He feeling better than ever. His attorney, is giving him positive feedback. So, he looking forward to subpoenaing all these people involved in his jail records being stolen the way that they were. And, we just going to continue to make progress, man. So, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. C-Star, what's going on? ADA, I don't know how you pronounced it. What's good? What's going on? Miss Lieber, what's going on? Mr. Lieber, I said Mr. Lieber, what's going on? Oh yeah, man. Teresa, what's going on? Larry, Nisimo, what's going on? Kilroy girl, what's going on? Okay, so now we finna head over to check out Andrew Wyatt. What's up, Miss Cookie? Check out Love Unconditional. What's going on? What up, you got Levi? What's going on?
Say we got a lot of the shout out to my people from over there on my side, man. Make sure y'all come over here and subscribe to Big Vibe. It'll be greatly appreciated, man. You see the content is where it's supposed to be. So come get some more. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. And y'all see this picture I got right here on the screen. yesterday when I was creating this picture, I was asking myself questions, and you see in the middle I got settlement. And this is a question that a lot of people had, and they asked, and this is something that I hope a lot of high profile celebrities and actors, whatever, high profile people, period. I hope you all are taking heed to how they are going about coming after these high profile people. They are taking state cases or civil cases and using these civil cases to come back with a criminal investigation. It was to my understanding, I thought if you settle a case civilly, which means you met a remedy, that you could not pursue a criminal case. So I did a little research for us to understand what it is that they do. So the question was, can a civil case turn criminal? It said a civil case can prompt a criminal investigation if the evidence gathered indicate that a law has been broken and a crime committed. So now it goes to, we got to get to this point now. Who obligation? I mean, I feel it is the high profile person obligation to read his lawsuit that's being opposed against him. But if he hire an attorney, that attorney should be able to let that person know, well, the things that they are alleging in this lawsuit seem to be criminal. You might want to take this to trial. Because if these people in these lawsuits are alleging that you have abused them sexually or things like that, then that is something that's a crime. It's a crime.
I wouldn't pay nobody shit.
I'm not paying no lawsuit. If you're going to sue me, you're going to go to trial and win in trial and prove in trial that what you are suing me for actually factually took place. I'm not settling shit.
Nope.
Because once you settle something, that means you pretty much agreeing to the accusations that this person has put in this lawsuit.
Even though you can open up your mouth and say, that you claim no wrongdoing, you can put that in the whole situation, and it still don't matter.
Well, see, it don't matter because you paid money for something that alleged took place that you say, well, you probably feel like you didn't do it. But at the same time, if you feel like you didn't do it, take it to trial. You don't pay money for somebody to be quiet, because if there has been a law broke or a criminal act that has taken place, then your non-disclosure is non and void.
All you did was buy time.
You just bought time. Exactly, dear.
And you bought time until they come back again, or you bought time until the feds say they want you. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much just basically what that does, man. That just puts you on the skillet.
That's it.
Then the feds come and turn that and turn it out on, and you cook. It's over with. That puts you on the chopping block for everybody to come get money. It make you look more guilty. In people's eyes that don't have common sense, because I understand why they settle. Ain't no question in my mind. You got a career you're trying to protect. You don't even want to. The lawyers is telling you, and your managers is telling you, man, you don't be need to stuff. Man, we got these tour dates and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of money gonna be lost if this happens. So when you look at that, it's a total reason to settle. How But in the environment that we are in, they take that and they turn it around on you, and it's literally an admission of guilt. Literally, you are telling these people that in their pea brains, oh well, if he settled, he must be guilty. Oh, if he ran, he must be guilty. You know, because that's pretty much what the pea brain want to think. You know, especially if it's parroted to you by the media. They'll let so when it come to Kales, when it come to Diddy, you know, I say I reserve judgment until all of the facts come out.
Facts are put out. Right, exactly. And you look at that, right? And we look at that and we understand, like, you know, and I always go back to this right here, because early on in Kale's career, when these people were trying to sue him, we know and we see here that he was countersuing these plaintiffs that was suing him. So at what point did it come? Who advised him to stop countersuing these women back?
I mean, because it's defamation of character. Either way you look at it, you're defaming me. You are blowing my character up. That's defamation of character. So, you know, you can do this to a man in America. You can take his reputation and you can throw that shit up against the wall, and it matters nothing. You turn around, and Donald Trump can say, hell, I don't even know this chick, and she can get $85 million for defamation of character after she wrote a book trying to defame his.
Right.
It makes no damn sense.
It makes you think though, why? At this point, this woman tried to sue R. Kelly, and you see the famed singer-songwriter R. Kelly recently filed a lawsuit in Chicago against the woman who claimed that he is the father of her 3-year-old daughter, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. So she sued him, and he sued her ass back.
I mean, and that's the way that it should be. I mean, I don't understand how, you know, a lot of our artists just sit here and can't think to do what they supposed to do. You know, fight for yourself, man. These people don't deserve a penny of your bread. It make you look bad. You know, not it's because common sense ain't common, and it's a rare few people that can really get to the understanding of. And I knew as a kid, I'm like, settlement, man, that don't necessarily mean nobody guilty. You know,
no.
Shoot, you'll pay somebody to remove your trash from the front of your damn house. So what make you think? I mean, come on, man. It's gotten to a point, you know, that you need, if you're gonna end up there anyway at trial, why don't we just go ahead and get there quicker while I still got all my damn money? The money that I was gonna pay you, I'm gonna go ahead and pay a lawyer. How about that? How about that? You know, mount up. Don't take the easy way out. Don't give these females nothing.
No, because they still, and we saw in the R. Kelly case that these women would sue him, and once his attorney would pay, they would sue him again for the same shit.
Right. I mean, don't give them nothing. If you know you ain't do nothing in your heart of hearts, don't allow for your attorneys to give them nothing.
And how can your attorney sit here and say, even when this lady, how one attorney, like we said the other day, one attorney she sued this man for 2 decades and a half. The same attorney. All of these different women, none of these women claim that they don't know each other, but all of them was going to the same goddamn lawyer who sued this man for 25 years.
It's amazing, man.
Make sure y'all getting them likes up, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Please do me a favor. We need to get this video up to 100 likes, y'all. We need to get this live up to 100 likes. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. So now we finna move forward to Mr. Andrew Wyatt and check out some of what Mr. Andrew Wyatt has to say about what's going on in recent news. And we're gonna keep the show going. We're gonna keep the show going. But I want to ask y'all, like, how one lawyer sued R. Kelly for 25 years. This woman built her fortune off of suing R. Kelly. Also, what she did was, I like to share this right here. I like to share that one part there. You know, when she talks about she sued the man so much that she sued the man so much that she stopped publicly filing.
Yeah, she stopped publicly filing. Just went straight to the lawyers.
Straight to the lawyer when a woman would come in with an allegation and they would just talk about and they would just discuss a price, and and this lawyer would just pay it. The attorney would just pay it. That's the problem. That's a big problem right there. And I'm gonna do this before we go to the Andrew Wyatt. You know, and it's just me. This is just shit that I look up, and this is shit that I read. Let me see. And she was Tiffany Hawkins' attorney as well, Geronda as well. So many women in Chicago, this lady was the lawyer for. I'm looking for the piece that I'm looking for, you guys. I'm finna bring it to y'all. Say it later. 50 Shades Gray. All right, let me go up a little bit. Yeah, man. But make sure y'all hitting that like button. I'm gonna share this with y'all. All right, here. Let me see. Let me light this up. Let me light this part up right here. All right, you guys. I want to share this part right here with y'all. This is the lady who sued R. Kelly for 25 years. And also she was subpoenaed she was supposed to be in the New York trial, but she said that she said her mother was sick or something like that, and she couldn't make it. But you saw in Chicago that Pastor Nathan Edmonds, he testified, he was on Zoom. Why couldn't she appear via Zoom? So right here is the law. You say the lawsuit set the template for much of what followed during the next 2.5 decades. 2 more suits followed in 2001 and 2002 on behalf of 2 alleged victims in Chicago, both of whom claimed that Kelly had sexual contact with them when they were minors. These cases were also settled out of court. Subsequent cases were settled without a public file lawsuit. Lawyers would inform Kelly's lawyers of her client's claim and then negotiate a settlement between the 2 parties. The charges out of civil court and also out of the news. Keeping the charges out of civil court and out of the news. My bad. So, as an attorney, I mean, do this even sound ethical to you all?
I mean, and it sounds like a plan. Now, you can imagine R. Kelly's attorneys coming to him and telling him, you know, this is just a part of the business. Everybody goes through this. You know, go ahead and sign it. You don't have time to deal with this. We'll handle it. We're your attorneys. Meanwhile, you setting the groundwork for, you know, the most ridiculous extortion, you know, to ever happen. That is with your. It involved your attorneys. It involved your managers. You know, because when people get wind of it and you start getting other people to bring people for you, here we go.
You see what I'm saying? This is the extortion. This is the guy. Me personally, I would ask to see this attorney's tax records from since she started until she retired. I want to see all of her tax records. I would like to see the IRS records from these accusers who these lawsuits was being settled with. Because when you talk about not publicly filing and keeping the charges out of civil court, that means if she negotiating with his attorney $100,000 over the phone, this is word of mouth shit. I'm gonna negotiate $100,000 settlement, but I'm gonna come back to my client and say, well, they offered $40,000, and you got to give me 30% of that $40,000. I'm already taking 60 off top because you don't know how much the settlement is.
Right.
This ain't nothing but straight pimping, man. This woman was soliciting women to come in. If you dealt with R. Kelly, you know R. Kelly, come see me. I can get you paid. And then you sit here and we look at Jerronda Pace and other women say they sued this man 4 and 5 times. Yeah, if that shit don't sound like extortion, then you tell me. You gonna sit here and keep paying a woman 4 and 5 times for the same crime that she alleging you committed?
Mm-hmm. They expect you to believe that. You know, like R. Kelly said, I ain't sitting up here talking about nobody in here lying on nobody. You know, none of that. It just seems like people don't even see the man got played from the very beginning.
Let me say something real fast.
This shit right here just...
Hey, you got Muse about trying to talk to me.
Blessing to everybody in the chat. I'm at work currently right now, so forgive me if I can't really interact with everybody in the chat.
Good, huh?
Yeah, I know people speaking to me in the chat. Blessings to y'all, gracious to you. But I'm at work, so I can't really, get out like I want to get out. But blessings to everybody in the household. Yield back in the future.
Okay. So if this don't make y'all ask questions though, I mean, what else? This lady, which is an attorney, she was running a illegal business.
Absolutely, because ethically, she should have took that to the authorities.
How you settling this shit out without going to court, keeping the charges and filings out of the courts? Man, something ain't right. So let's go ahead. Let me get this up here. Andrew Wyatt, man. We're gonna introduce Andrew Wyatt to the show, y'all. Let's go.
The Southern District of New York is the same district that came after R. Kelly, the same district that took down. We hear all of these artists who are angry with him because of their publishings and other things. So they're going to come out with their own narrative. They have their own platform, and they have millions of followers who are going to take on their anger. But what I'm saying to people, we have to be careful about promoting or endorsing what's happening to Sean Combs right now. Because what they're doing when they detained his sons and put them in handcuffs. Look, They were no threat to anyone. But when we on social media and these social media enthusiasts out here who are armchair quarterbacks, and they want to get out here and incite something or talk about what they know, no proof, facts, or truth. They haven't had one alleged accuser, one witness on their show, and they want to talk about, oh no, he did it.
Right.
We have to be careful about that because now we're giving them a license to go into any Black neighborhood and Black community and mistreat us. If they could go into some of the most, one of the most affluent communities in Miami and LA and bring armored trucks to this Black man's home, and they haven't provided any evidence and proof, we just hear speculation. And we have to also remember that the district that's doing this, the Southern District of New York, the same district that came after R. Kelly, the same district that took down Trump. Now they're coming in the same district for Jeffrey Epstein.
Wow.
However, what I want to remind people of, when they raided Mar-a-Lago, they didn't detain anyone. That's right, not far from Diddy in Miami. And what we have to understand that Mr. Combs has to do right now, he cannot sit back idle and say, well, I'm going to put it in the hands of my attorney. No, you're a vocal person. I'm not saying for you to go out there, but you got to have surrogates right now to come out and plead your case. But here's a problem. When they see the federal government involved, that's to isolate you from people who would normally come out and support you, because now they're fearful that you're going to start talking because you're going to become afraid. So now this is a way to go after the Jay-Z's of the world. You go after everybody in that circle, everybody.
My bad, y'all. Appreciate that news. Yeah, so we heard Andrew Wyatt. We remember Andrew Wyatt when Diddy paid the settlement to Cassie. Andrew Wyatt was one of the first persons I heard said that Diddy shouldn't have did that. And he said that was the start of the takedown of P. Diddy when he paid that settlement to Cassie. And it wasn't that he paid it, it was in the fashion that he paid it. She came out with a lawsuit, a civil suit against him on Tuesday, and Diddy paid it on Wednesday.
And you know what? If you were a celebrity and you ever had a rough up or some type of uncomfortable situation with a female where it might have got a little heated, man, and y'all broke up, man, you better pray that she don't pour no sauce on that shit. You better pray that she don't sit up here and say,
I have a question. I have a question. Why Gloria Allred, the Me Too movement, and Time Up isn't out here going after Diddy? Well, you know what the thing is, they got fresh faces. They in the background. See, they came out and did they leg of the work. They was the first leg of the work. Now they got fresh people that's coming up. Like you see, the prosecutor that was on R. Kelly case is now as a defense attorney. I mean, is a well, she was a prosecutor, but now she got a whole different position now. Not a defense attorney, but she worked with the DA some shit. They was just doing an interview on her yesterday on CNN. But she was the main lady involved in the R. Kelly case. So you got people like Gloria Allred and them, they done their work. So now they got a whole new team of people out here working. You just ain't hearing it. We just ain't hearing the Me Too. We don't hear the names no more. Me Too and Time's Up and all that shit. But they out there, trust me.
And you know what? You know, certain things can be so strong and be such a movement that after a while it's self-perpetuating. The shit already done been put out there. They don't need to push it no more.
Mm-hmm.
The mind has been geared and turned towards this. So they don't have to put in the work. You ain't seeing Tarana Burke running around advocating, you know, for nothing. You know, you don't see the Time's Up people running around advocating for nothing. They done got their bread, man. They good.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's really, really ridiculous that, you know, we can, you know, even sit here and just, you know, understand, not even understand that this is a play that they run, and this is sweep left. This is a post route. You know what I'm saying? They run the same play. You know what I'm saying?
It's that honey spot where they say you give a child a fish, he'll eat for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
Right.
This is what that is.
They've practiced this, man. Look, I bet you. I mean, I'm trying to figure out. They monster, bro. I'm telling you, that's what they do. They put you in these situations. They get these panels up on regular TV, and it's monster. He's a monster, worst person, the scourge of the earth, public enemy #1, yada, and crying for the rest of it. And the problem I got with this is simple. You're literally running up in this man's crib with no reason to. I'm talking about if things had went left or somebody would have thought they had saw a gun, you never would have known what would have happened off up in P. Diddy house. They came in there ready to kill. You know, military force. That's the wildest thing that I've seen. And you got all of these people running up on P. Diddy house, trying to figure out what the hell he doing, but our border's fucked up. Wow. That's interesting. But I like Brother Muse say, I yield back.
All right, let's go with it.
Everybody who has come to that home, and we talked about it on this show, none of this would be happening to Mr. Combs if he had never sued Ciroc.
We talked about it.
Uh-oh.
Let me ask you.
What? What?
Mm-hmm. And what we have to understand that Mr. Combs has to do right now, he cannot sit back idle and say, well, I'm going to put it in the hands of my attorney. No, you're a vocal person. I'm not saying for you to go out there, but you got to have surrogates right now to come out and plead your case. But here's the problem. When they see the federal government involved, that's to isolate you from people who would normally come out and support you, because now they're fearful that you're going to start talking.
Ain't just the same shit we've been preaching in the R. Kelly sector?
Man, quit playing with it.
Ain't this the same thing we've been preaching in the R. Kelly sector? How when people see the feds, what's the purpose of that? They know that when people see the feds, motherfuckers is gonna back up.
It's crazy as hell, man. This is the overplay for the underlay. If it ever was one, man, I ain't never, I ain't never seen something so. The more it differentiates, the more it stays the same. I don't care what nobody say. This is the same shit. Same old, man.
And what we have to understand that Mr. Combs has to do right now, he cannot sit back idle and say, well, I'm going to put it in the hands of my attorney. No, you're a vocal person. I'm not saying for you to go out there, but you got to have surrogates right now to come out and plead your case. But here's the problem. When they see the federal government involved, that's to isolate you from people who would normally come out and support you, because now they're fearful that you're going to start talking because you're going to become afraid. So now this is a way to go after the Jay-Z's of the world. You go after everybody in that circle, everybody who has come to that home. And we talked about it on this show. None of this would be happening to Mr. Combs if he had never sued Ciroc.
We talked about it. You brought it up yesterday. Let me ask you this, Mr. Wyatt. So we've seen since Cassie put her lawsuit in, I think it was around Thanksgiving or so. We were talking about that window that they had to hit, and it was around Thanksgiving that Thursday.
Yeah, the look back window that closed.
Yeah, we see that bombshell get dropped, and ever since then, the media, like you were just alluding to, public perception has absolutely crushed Diddy. How influential was that? How influential was the media and the narratives being spun about this man in Homeland Security going into his houses in Miami and LA a couple of days ago? Did that have any influence on them doing that?
Yes, it did. It had the same. It was the same influence with Mr. Cosby. When you think about it, 2014, they put their art collection on loan to the Smithsonian. We're all at the event, and the AP sits down with him and Mrs. Cosby, and they bring up these alleged allegations. If you remember, when they brought those allegations up, you have to go back and do the research. What was the biggest event going on at that time in America that captivated the world? It was Ferguson, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It was Mike Brown. They were able to bring a surge, mainstream media, with women flooding Bill Cosby, Mr. Cosby, saying that he raped and drugged me. And a writer for Philly Magazine, Bob Hubert, goes on CNN and say, do not let Mike Brown, Ferguson, nor the holidays take Bill Cosby out of the news. Fast forward. Look at what's happening to Mr. Combs. We had a bridge that was wrecked and lives were destroyed in Baltimore, the Key Bridge, torn down. Yeah. We had an independent candidate for president, Robert Kennedy Jr., announcing his VP candidate out of Oakland, Ms. Shanahan. We had all of these things going on where Donald Trump, a gag order was announced on him yesterday for his upcoming trial on April 15th. But what media said, do not take Sean Combs out of the news. As soon as they did those stories, they went back to having reporters stacked outside his Miami and LA home. The whole job, the media is doing their job, is as Malcolm X said, the media has the ability to make the innocent guilty and the guilty innocent.
Ooh,
that's the power of the media. When they want to put their foot on the gas pedal, they don't have to let it up, because there's a message that goes out all of the media entities work together. Although they're competitors, they work together. I can tell you firsthand knowledge. We're in the courtroom for Mr. Cosby's trial, and NBC is telling ABC, and CBS and the New York Times is telling the Washington Post, okay, you talk about this. We're going to talk about that. No. Don't you write about this. We're going to write about that. And they all will huddle up in circles. I reported a young lady from the New York Times.
Now y'all see why the news media was the only, they was there during the R. Kelly New York trial, and they had their own separate room.
Mm-hmm.
So they could control the narrative, man.
Right.
They got to control, the media got to control the narrative.
All the New York Times, her boss at the New York Times, because she said on her social media page, she said, to all my journalism friends, meet me at this coffee shop in New York City, and we're going to turn Donald Trump into Bill Cosby.
Wow.
That's the influence of the media. I worked in the business. I worked for ABC and Fox. I did 12 years in the business. They used to have us go out and set people up. They would tell us how to turn up the frequency. They would, if we got an exclusive interview, that's all the media wants now. A network wants an exclusive interview with a Diddy. The same way I tried the day that R. Kelly was getting ready, Robert Kelly was getting ready to do the interview with Gayle King, I tried to stop it.
Yeah.
I called everybody in his camp trying to stop it, because what did they make him look like? When he stood up in rage and anger, he looked like the Black Gorilla.
Like a fool. Yep.
And she, what did she do? Miss King sat there as if she was like terrified. Oh my God, he's gonna jump on me, he's gonna beat me. What Mr. Combs cannot do, he can't go to mainstream. He has to come to a show like Hip Hop Uncensored. You got to go back to the people.
Right.
That's the mistake that these individuals make.
Yep.
See, your agents and your managers and all of the people around you, when you're riding that wave, they tell you to stay away from grassroots media entities and podcasts like yours.
Wow.
They tell you that you're not allowed to give an interview. They're not allowed to.
Man, that's crazy.
And that's the sad part, because it's platforms like hip hop, it's these black YouTube platforms that's out here, and it's real, and not just black. It's some Caucasian platforms out here that keep it real, that allow people to come on and speak their minds and how they feel. But you got agents and you got attorneys who are telling you, no, don't go there, go to ABC. When your attorney say don't go there, we're going to NBC, you should fire his ass right then and there. Because why is you pushing me to a media outlet that's gonna destroy me anyway?
Right. Is you part of the setup?
You part of the setup. And then you understand one thing. These high profile people like Sean Diddy Combs and the R. Kellys of the world, the Bill Cosby of the world, these people can create a YouTube page right now and go live, and they got 100,000, 200, 300 million plus people watching they shit tuned in. They can go on Instagram and create an Instagram account, and they got millions of people tuned in listening to what they about to say. These people like Diddy and Kels and Bill and all these high-profile celebrities, they don't even need platform. All they got to do is create one. And they can control their own narrative in what they put out. Why do you think that Instagram did that to Lil Boosie? Because Lil Boosie was using Instagram to talk about the shit that was going on in the R. Kelly case, the Bill Cosby, and other shit that was going on, even with himself. And Instagram, what they do? They'll take his page.
It's about, it's about suppression of the truth. When the agenda is on, man, they make sure that you can't say nothing, to the point where people are like, man, why are you even giving this person a platform? But I feel like that if you really wanted to know the truth, you would really want to hear what the next person got to say. I get tired of people like, man, well, he wrote a song called I Admit It. Did you listen to it? Well, no, he wrote a song called I Admit It, but did you listen to it? People are so.
I'm sorry, bro.
I
looked it up. I looked up who owns Ciroc, and there's some person by the name of Diego. And this article says, even in this article that I was reading, it said, Diego denied the claims and illegal filing. Diego accused Combs of resorting to false and reckless allegations in an effort to extract additional billions from the company. Then it goes on to say Combs' reputation took a serious hit after the lawsuit was filed. In November, he was sued by R&B singer Cassie, who said he subjected her to a years-long abusive relationship that included beating and rape. Combs settled the lawsuit with Cassie, whose full name is Cassandra Ventura, a few days after it was filed. So what happened? So what it sounds like is Ciroc is getting in touch with people that they knew Diddy dealt with and paying these people to come out with these fucking allegations against P. Diddy. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion, So let's listen to Mr. Y a little bit more.
To give an interview to any of you guys. They're saying that will hurt your brain.
Wow.
They're going to kill your brain off because the whole objective is to control you and control your brain. I'm telling you, I have the only formula. That's why I said it's not about me two, it's about us two. This formula that I have, we were the litmus test, tried, true, and tested on what errors to make and what errors not to make. There was no book for me to go to and say, okay, what should I do? It was all trial and error. Yes, a lot of mistakes were made, but when you have never seen anything like that before. So what I had to go back to the Cosbys, Mr. and Mrs. Cosby, say to both of them, look, mainstream media will never be your friend anymore. That's done.
Mm-hmm.
They have gotten all of the miles that they want to get out of you. And what I related it to, I said, it's like renting a car from Enterprise. When Enterprise, you could have a long-term rental, but when they see that car reaching, you have to report and check in, and you have to renew your rental every other week or every 2 weeks or every month. When they see that car reaching 30,000 miles, no, we got to switch you out and bring you in.
Yep.
So the media, you reached your mileage with mainstream media. And when they see a black man trying to control the culture with Revolt TV and is doing a hell of a job of controlling the culture and putting our narratives out here, and then you have certain podcasters or influencers.
But I gotta stop. And there's no knock against what he just said. But Diddy owning Revolt TV, which Breakfast Club is ran under Revolt TV, which Breakfast Club every day dragged R. Kelly through their airways.
And that's true. And for Diddy, I think that was quite irresponsible. To being a celebrity and having a lifestyle and understanding the game to allow for a company or an entity of his to throw another black man under the bus. Because I wonder, are they talking about him like this right now?
Right.
I wonder what Charlamagne the God got to say about Diddy. I wonder what old girl
she ain't on there no more. Angela Yee ain't on there no more, but Charlamagne and DJ Envy on there.
And what's that girl? Just Hilarious.
Oh, that's who they got up there now.
Yeah, and then that other goofy that be on webcam all the time, trying to seem like she's smarter than everybody.
I haven't watched Breakfast Club in some years now. You know,
man, I watch certain stuff when it comes to how they be dealing with the political party, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, when it come to Diddy, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out where he stand and what he thinking now. He need to, sometimes it's sad, but you need a nigga wake up call. And a lot of times we forget. We doing all of this stuff and we having these extravagant parties and we got everything going on that Hugh Hefner did. But Hugh Hefner didn't have to go through none of this bullshit.
No, Hugh Hefner was celebrated. Even when they did The Secrets of the Playboy Mansion was a docu series on Hugh Hefner. They didn't even talk about him in a negative light. They talked about Don Cornelius and all these Bill Cosby, and they made it about black celebrities.
Right. As if they wasn't in this man's house.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me. Like I said, I watched that documentary earlier about Dan Snyder and Nickelodeon, his foot fetish problem with young kids. But ain't nobody, it's so quiet. I was surprised when I dug it up. I was like, what? The what? And I'm with this stuff. I'm about this, but that's when I didn't know. I didn't know about him specifically. And Dan Snyder, his old boy who used to play on Head of the Class back in the day when we was kids. And there's no recourse for these people. You got Vince McMahon running around here. They said he done took a crap on a girl. Vince McMahon gets to retire.
Trying to tell you, man.
And ain't nobody raided. Ain't no planes flying over the WWE office building for no raid.
No.
I'm here to tell you. I mean, ain't nobody at Vince McMahon house raiding his, and they said that this is. I'm talking about for years and years and years. They've been talking about what Vince McMahon, his vice presidents and presidents, have been doing. Allegedly, because we will reserve judgment for everybody. You got to reserve judgment for everybody, but at the same time, you don't see the same treatment for certain people, and I don't want to say, and I hate to say it's because of the hue of the person, but we see that, what I'm saying? I think they got a problem with anybody got any color in their face, whether they black or orange.
Or white. Yeah. Because we understand what this country is about: finance, money. It's the money. You had them people so pissed off that they didn't get, you had prosecutors so mad that the judge in Chicago denied that restitution for Roshana, that 13 to 20 million denied. Oh, they was pissed.
When you think about it and you think about these people, they done ran afoul to somebody, whether knowingly or not. I look at Vince McMahon and I can point to a couple of people he done pissed off. One being Ted Turner from TNT Network for tanking his company and then buying it out from up under him at bargain basement prices and firing every wrestler that worked for him. That happened. You know what I'm saying? You got, so much footage of him being super misogynistic, whether it be acting or not, or protected speech or not, because like I said, they pick and choose how they use the Constitution. But you're not, coming after this man. Like I said, he was allowed to conveniently retire. Conveniently just step out of the way. But they came for him because him and TNT came together and got under the umbrella with UFC, and they blowing up right now. His net worth would have blew up just like Donald Trump got $3 billion the other day. And when they don't want that to happen, this is what happens. If you have to be clear as to what you're saying, because if you don't, you're just gonna really be lost. Like R. Kelly said, I don't believe none of that shit. When they want to get you, they don't need shit to, they don't need to have nothing. They didn't have a damn thing on R. Kelly, man, and they came and got that man, set him in solitary, hired a lady to move the lady, Officer A, Tawana Ingram, in the position, so that when he came out of there with his hair all over his head and unshaven and been hearing voices for 72 days, y'all thought y'all was gonna catch that ass up. But y'all used whatever information y'all could, which was him having multiple girlfriends and hey booing and hey baying another one and not doing the same for the other one, being the man that's locked up. And you flipped his girls. I mean, the tactic is the same. I mean, the only reason why they can't do Donald Trump like that, you can't say you're a flight risk because ain't nobody in this world look like the dude. And you can't, with Diddy, same thing. You know Diddy when you see him.
Right.
You knew R. Kelly when you saw him, but like I said, they had to go to extreme measures because they didn't have a case. Basically, like I said, what it was about, it wasn't about the innocence or guilt of a man. It was about setting legal precedences so that you could go after American presidents, so you can run up in people's house without an arrest warrant.
Right.
And ransack their shit and leave for them to clean it up.
Let me see. What up with it, Jeff? Hey, Derek. So do you wanna do the Uncle Luke video on your platform? Because I'm running at 2 minutes. At 2 hours. I'm gonna play a little bit more of the Andrew Wyatt. Then I got another little clip I want to show, but we still got the Uncle Luke. He talks about the Diddy situation as well.
I can set up really fast, man. Send your peoples.
That's if you want to,
Oh no, bro, I ain't got no problem, man. I ain't got no problem with that shit.
Okay.
I got when it's necessary, I'll do it. I actually been prepping to place a video up that got struck yesterday. So the live from last night for my channel will be back, for everybody. So, I just had to trim it up a little, give it a little haircut, and get it back right, because we ain't missing no information.
Right, definitely.
You feel me? We're gonna get it all. So, what I'm saying? I can go ahead and do that. You can roll that footage, and I can go ahead and get mine set up.
All right, I'm gonna keep going. What up with it, JT? How you doing, man? Welcome in.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? You know what I'm saying? A little late, a little tardy to the party, but I was tuned in for the majority of it. Great commentary as usual. Peace and blessings to everybody on the panel and the chat.
What up, Brother Craig?
I know y'all already in tune, so I'm gonna fall back, but I do want to say I'm gonna be touching on this, you know what I'm saying, also on the Kingpin the Crux show this Saturday. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So make sure y'all come in and fuck with your boy. We're gonna dive in on this Diddy and this Kelly thing, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have a good time, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my sis call in. It's gonna be real proper like.
Yeah,
hey man, we need to set it up, bro. So we need to talk. We need to talk, man. Start talking and trying to figure out a time and a set date and time, man, for me to get back over that way, specifically for that, to visit the show with you and Kingpin. Coming up, hopefully, by sometime in June, it'll be perfect for me, to get up with y'all. So I want to just kind of just get everything, set up, put in stone, and go from there.
Yeah, that sounds good for me, Brother Crux, because after June 1st, we can start using our vacation time.
And all the brothers, we got a whole venue. It's a nightclub. It's in the south suburbs. So we not at My Radio Chicago no more. So we at Ambitious Entertainment. It's actual nightclub. And we'll be throwing our first like event on June 1st of this year. You know, we're gonna have some live performances for some other artists. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Bo Deal. He'll be performing. Soundmaster T, you know, some local heavy hitters that's gonna bless the stage alongside. We got some R&B. It's gonna be Chicago United Bridging the Gap concert. We're gonna be bridging the generational gap. We got some older, more I don't say older, but more seasoned artists, and we got some younger artists, all talented, hand selected, and we're gonna, you know, bridging that the generational gap, and also bridging that, you know, we're gonna have some R&B too. We ain't gonna just be rap. We're gonna have some singers come out there and rock the stage. So if you're able to make it in Chicagoland area June 1st, I will be throwing my first event at New Ambitious Entertainment, powered by the Kingpin and Crux Show.
All right, so just make sure you get that make sure you get the information to me so I can start sharing it, you know, sharing it while on the live. You know, I can start sharing and promoting it or whatever, you know, to get the word out. What you about to say,
No, I was just saying, that'll be awesome because after June 1st, Crux, we able to use our vacation time. So that is perfect. I'm there, man.
That's great. That's great.
Just let me know when and with the time, and I got you.
Hey, DV. Hey, I don't have no direct line to bump, but my people is in tune, so you know that's not far fetched. We trying to get G Count too from LEP. You know, soon we you know, I might be saying too much, but we got some things brewing, bro. So if you're able, I know you in the land, you can slide through for sure if you're available that day. But yeah, so we got you know, Brother Mules, if you were able to swing through on the 1st, New Ambitious Entertainment in Richmond Park, Illinois. It's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be good, great atmosphere, good neighborhood. We just did an interview the other week with the president, you know, with some politicians out that way. And shout out to Brian Coleman. He brought the president of Richmond Park through. And we chopped it up, so we got the green light in that community to, you know, do some great things. So we on the lookout. But I ain't gonna hold the live up.
All right. We're gonna listen to a little bit more of what Andrew White got to say. Then we're gonna go to the last closing video.
They're becoming guests on Revolt TV. When you hire Mara Skiva-Campo to run your news division at Revolt TV, who was with ABC News, and she was a dear friend of mine. I had her to host an event for me that I did in Baton Rouge for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference over 10 years ago, and brought in Ava DuVernay and some other people. She hosted that for me when she was at ABC News. Okay, you're making power moves.
Yep.
But let's talk about Nickelodeon. Let's talk about Dan Snyder. Okay, where's Homeland Security investigative team with that issue? Where's the Southern District of New York with that right now?
Right.
How is it that you utilize Diddy to circumvent that storyline? Why? Because Diddy doesn't have the money that NBC, CBS, and ABC has. He doesn't have the resources that Disney has. ABC owns Disney, ESPN. Okay, CBS. Look at all the shows, Viacom. See, right now, Nickelodeon was in the hot seat. What did they start doing? They started pulling clips of Diddy on Nickelodeon. Wow. There was one infamous clip that they pulled where he was sitting along poolside. And they came to him, the white guys come to him on how to get the girl or something. That just came out last week. what Mr. Combs has to do is humanize himself with grassroots media entities. And if I ever, I think the fear for having me on the team is that you have so many of these attorneys who say, whoa, if he comes in, he's going to watch what we're doing. He's going to watch the meter. He's going to say, no, that's not the strategy you should be doing right now. The strategy that I was able to do with the Cosbys was say, no, let me hire your attorneys.
Right.
Let me oversee not only the legal team, I'm overseeing everything. Now everybody has a hub to report in. I'm like, no, your job is to go out right now, and you're to go out here and humanize your client. Because right now your client has been dehumanized, which is my client.
Right.
So what Mr. Combs has to do, he's no longer Diddy. See, they want to remind people of Diddy. Diddy is the party animal.
Yeah.
Diddy is the guy that promotes Ciroc. Diddy is the guy that has multiple women and he's all on social media. He's still having children. That's Diddy. You can't be Diddy now. You can't be Bad Boy. No, you're a bad boy. Remember, we're going to promote him as Bad Boy. We have to go back to Mr. Combs, Sean Combs, because that's who you are.
Yeah.
Right now, they have labeled him as like a El Chapo in the sex industry.
Yeah.
And since you're El Chapo, we got to come with armored trucks and SWAT team guys to raid both of your homes at the same time
for an investigation. And we're gonna pick up on that. We're gonna stop that one right there. And we're gonna pick up on that one tomorrow. But I want to share this other video with you all about, our boy. Well, I ain't gonna say our boy because I don't know how y'all feel about him. But I want to share this other video with y'all, with my boy, old Grady Judge, Sheriff Grady Judge out of Florida. This dude funny, man. let's take a look in with Grady Judge and see what Grady Judge got going. But man, I want to say salute to Andrew Wyatt. Man, the brother is very articulate. He's speaking, he's breaking down the details, the facts, and he's not letting no stone go unturned, man. Shout out to Andrew Wyatt. And I feel like if you are going through something and you need a person, a PR person to go out and speak for you right now, especially in this high profile climate, it shouldn't be no other option, no other choice. I hated that Baby Powder Johnson that came out of nowhere, which was a part of the setup with Mr. Kelly. He should have never even been around Mr. Kelly, talking about he's a PR person with three fucking haircuts. You can't make up your mind.
and that little chin piece.
Yeah, Master Splinter. This motherfucker got a fade, got dreads, and a goddamn taper.
Yeah, it's serious.
So there, I'm finna play this, and then we finna roll out to your side.
Okay, all right, I'm here for it, buddy.
Everybody wanted to see the video, so here is my attempt. Okay, everybody wanted to see the video, so here is my attempt at showing you the video. Let me pitch myself down to a little guy so we can watch it together. Like I said, the sheriff in Florida is telling the world that the federal government in the United States is human trafficking and they have caught them. I'm going to let the sheriff talk now Remember, this is very disturbing, and TikTok might take this down. Roll the tape.
What this is, and I want everybody to see clearly, federal policy drives illegal immigrant crime and victimization. And that's the focus. Other than our victims of human trafficking. Listen, folks, I want to introduce you to Andres Gill. Okay. Here's this guy. He's also on this board, but get a look at him for a second. He came down here from New York with 3 females. All of them are in the country illegally. Did you hear what I said? Illegal in here, illegally. He's the one that comes with them to drive them. These ladies are all controlled by a human trafficker. We think their human trafficker is a female. A federal agent sets up their appointment. She puts their little ads online. She tells them where to go. By the way, on Friday, the victims of human trafficking, and we've grayed them out, 3 of them that are here illegally from Venezuela, 3 of them have to pay her $3,000 a piece on Friday, or else they're threatened. So they're not free. They're really indentured. And they're quote unquote paying off their debt. Trafficked. Now, here's what they told us. All right. I'm sure the federal government will verify that this is not true, but you decide who you want to believe, whether you want to believe these victims of human trafficking or the whitewash that federal authorities give you. They said the whistleblowing that when they came into the country illegally, DHS gave them a form, an ID, paperwork that allows them to fly for free. You know, Southwest would let your bags fly free. But the federal government will let your illegal immigrants fly free. And they operate out of New York. And they were working up there, and the New York authorities said, hey, if you don't have identification, you can't work in our sex trade up here. You know, we don't allow sex trade here at all, but New York will allow you to do some stuff. Mayor Eric Adams.
Man, do y'all hear this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all hearing this shit?
I definitely hear it, brother.
Mayor Eric Adams is the same man that's being accused of sexual assault crime. That's the same mayor that gave P. Diddy the key to the city.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy, ain't it?
The proper authority. So they say they make a lot of money. You're addicted to it. These ladies are going to give you more details. They tell us that they fly to major metro centers for free on the federal government, where they set up their appointments for sex. The feds country. Did you hear what I said? Listen, folks, the feds are pimps. If they don't pay $3,000 a piece on Friday, they're in trouble. The human trafficker sets up the deal. Hey, this deal is just outside of Tampa. They say they show this ID, this card, this paper. They fly for free down here. Then they fly back. Oh, Southwest. But we heard a similar theme from all 21 of these folks. We can't work legally. We're addicted to this cash. It's a lot of cash and it's quick. So we have to give $3,000 a week. We get to keep everything above that. Pimping. We have a crisis at the border. And because of the crisis at the border, we have people that are victimizing illegal folks, forcing them into the sex trade because we allow these criminals in the country illegally. We all rail about this and nobody pays any attention. And then we want to politic everything. Oh, we had a good piece of legislation that limited the average to only 5,000 illegals a day in the country, and then we can shut it off. But if you shut it off at 5,000 people illegally coming in this country a day, you can shut it off.
Boy, old Sheriff Grady Judge better be watching his back.
Mm-hmm.
He better watch his back coming at these people like that, man. He exposing it all. They got identifications in a fucking card that they just show when they go to the airport. They fly for free to the hubs of these cities, and it's already been arranged for them to go, do what they do.
You remember what they said as far as, a lot of these people be coming over here with addresses on them, so they actually, know where they're going.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he what you call a whistleblower for real, for real.
Oh yeah, he better be careful, man.
Serious.
Grady
man.
always in some shit, man. Grady gonna speak his mind. That's one thing about him. He don't give a damn. He gonna speak his mind.
Yeah, he about to start his own. He about to be like Alex Jones in the minute, starting his own podcast. Gonna be out here, lacing everybody with that game about what's going down, and by him being in the inside, on the other side of the badge, he know exactly what's going on. So
yeah,
man, I hope God, man, protect that man and keep him safe. Just like you said, man, when people don't like to be exposed.
No, and see, that's what happened when everybody is not put on code. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
And then everybody's not put on code, and then your workers go off strip. Then they get caught up and put it in the interrogation room, and boom, now they're giving all this information.
Right. Hey, tell us what we want to hear. Your ass going to jail. How about it? What you want to hear?
So it's been 2 hours, man, and we've been getting it in over here for the last 2 hours. Our brother Provoked Thought is gonna go over to his channel, and we're gonna continue to listen to Uncle Luke and other information that he has to present to everybody. Like I always say, man, I can't thank you all enough. The chat family, everybody from Provoked Thoughts platform to my platform. Thank you, everybody, each and every one of y'all, man. I'm so grateful for y'all to take out y'all time to come over and listen to me and my friends on these panels as we give our thoughts and opinions about certain things that is going on. But shout out to Andrew Wyatt, who pointed out one of the critical points with P. Diddy is that after he sued Ciroc, all of these allegations started to trickle down. And we go back after R. Kelly asked about his money, all of a sudden, all of these allegations started to come down. When Bill Cosby, decided to make a move that he wanted to make to buy him a network, all of these allegations started to come down, man. This shit this shit just can't be a coincidence, and that's it, man. There is a lot of validity to the shit that's going on. Donald Trump want to drain the swamp. No, we can't have that. What make you think you finna bring your ass in here and expose all the illegal shit we've been getting away with forever?
Right. You over here trying to change the game that we've been playing for years.
Hell no. You wanna call a flag on the play? We know he holding. Shit. Close your eyes. Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, man, with the righteousness of God, man, God's children ain't gonna close their eyes to wrongdoing.
No, we
can't, I don't care how you look at it. We can't close our eyes to wrongdoing. No matter how people want to how people judge us. Oh, y'all support pedo, this, that, and the third. It ain't that we support this or we support that. We support righteousness, man. And who are we? We not God. We don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in.
Man.
But what we do is we give people grace, man, and we give them a fair chance until we able to look at all the evidence and make our own judgment based off of what we see, not what the media is telling us. We understand what did Kanye, but Kanye told everybody about red media. I had to tell people, y'all stop calling this. We don't have to agree with his actions and how he go about carrying himself. But with the shit coming out of his mouth, the shit that was coming out of his mouth was true. Red Media owns all of the network. You just heard Andrew White. He didn't say Red Media, but he just showed you all the NBC, ABC, ESPN, Nickelodeon. All this shit is owned by the same person. So, like I said, man, shout out to my channel subscribers for sending me that information with the Sheriff Grady Judge. All of the information that you all send me to my email, I try my best to go over it and present it to the channel. I thank you all so much for even thinking about me enough to send me the information for us to go over. And for anyone who would like to support the channel, you can always do so by super chat or super thanks. If you like to support me, you can do so at Big Vibe Opinion on Cash App. And if it don't even have to be monetarily, just sharing the lives, man. Sharing the lives, hitting the like button, that's enough for me. That's enough for us to help get this information pushed out to the media. And like Andrew Wise say, we got to start using our own voices. We can't go on these, we can't trust these big networks to push our message out there. We got to keep working. We got to stand together. We got to band together. You know, in united we stand, divided we fall.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't give a damn. And when it comes to Big Vi, it ain't about no color, man. It's about your loyalty. It's about your heart.
You better know it.
That's it, man. That's it. This world has been through enough in trying to decide who's right and who's wrong. Or this person don't like this person, that person don't like that person. No. It ain't about that shit, man. We got to get rid of that color, man, because it's about the human and it's about God.
Yeah, that color thing has become a major distraction these days. It's a distraction at this point. I mean, you can't get around it. It is sewn into the social fabric of this nation, but like you said, at this point, that's a way to keep the people distracted. The masses of the people need to be focused on. We all have one common enemy, and that's injustice.
That's it, man. And I like when Derek say that. Injustice what?
Anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. And that's what it's about, man. So I appreciate all of you that follow, all of you that tune in, all of you that participate in the chat, the conversation, the going back and forth, my brothers on this panel, the people who may not like me, the people who may not care for me. But one thing the people can't do is stop me from talking because they didn't give me this voice. God did. And as long as God keep putting the oxygen in my body and the voice in my mouth to speak, I'm going to continue to speak. And the only person can silence me is God.
Amen to that.
So if you don't like what you're getting, you might want to change what you're listening to.
Come on, nephew.
And with that being said, y'all brothers can say y'all closing. What's up, Sher? Y'all can say y'all closing statements. And everybody, you know, brother Derek is gonna go continue on this live over on Provoked Thoughts. And he's gonna go on with the Uncle Luke conversation about what's going on and other news that he has to present. So I yield back.
I'm gonna piggyback off of nephew. In case everybody didn't catch what nephew said, whatever it is that you're trying to do in this thing called life, whatever it is, if you're trying to get your marriage back on track, if you're trying to get a relationship with your children, if you're trying to have a better working environment, if you're trying to get your exercise and your health together, if you're dwelling on your mental state, if you're trying to write that book that you keep putting off and letting everybody in your ear, trying to get that business off the ground, here is a motto that I use in life. Michael Jackson alluded to it in a song. You should know what that song is after I say my statement and yield back. If you don't like what you're getting out of this thing called life, then change what you are doing. Because if you don't change what you're doing, you'll keep getting what you got. Uncle Muse, and I yield back. Pass it to Brother Crux.
Man, actually, I guess I want to say, man, first and foremost, I appreciate once again being on the platform. Salute the Big Vi, everybody in the chat, Brother Muse, Provoke Thoughts. I'm gonna slide over there as well. Today is my Friday this week, so I'm able to hang out a little longer with the fam. But yeah, I want to just kind of piggyback off Muse. Change is inevitable. So if you're not changing, then you're not evolving, you're not growing. So every day, you should be looking forward to change. And like you said, to do the same thing and expect different results is the definition of what? Insanity. So change is inevitable. But I won't hold you guys longer. Love you all. We see you over there on Provoke Thoughts. Those are coming through. And make sure this Saturday, the Kingpin and Crux show, we will be chiming in on this subject real heavy light. And if you want to, call in, you can call in and be a part of the conversation. But yeah, definitely the Kingpin and Crux show every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's Central Standard Time. But I appreciate.
Oh, y'all changed the time. I know. I mean, that's all tripping. Y'all from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, it's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Yeah. So yeah, man, come on through and say what's up to your boys.
I'm definitely there. I'll be in the building, and I might even call in for the first time. That'd be awesome, man. Just send me the number so I know. You know what I mean? But I'll be texting you. When it gets closer to the day.
Okay.
I gave my Friday as well.
Okay, for sure. Then yeah, we locked in. Then I'll make sure to text you the number before then.
Right. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Blessings to your nephew. Blessings to everybody in the chat, man.
Yes,
hey, let's continue from this day point, moving forward, to be the best version that God Almighty put in every one of our DNA. Everything you need to be successful and prosper is inside of your DNA. However, sometimes it takes assertiveness, a disciplined focus, and get people who have crossed that bridge already to become your life coach. Woo! I'm done, nephew. I'll be your back.
You all can right, get more. You ready to get up out of here, man.
The 24-hour live. We do the 24-hour live. I'm gonna really go in. Nephew gonna let me loose, and I'm gonna go really in. Y'all got a treat coming. I yield back. Bless you, nephew.
Already, we up out of here, man. Right at 2 minutes and 2 hours and 30 minutes on the spot, on the dot. All right. Thank each and every one of y'all for coming, man. I really appreciate it. Until next time, we over on Provoke Thoughts.